1, 2, 3, let's go. All right, so in today's video, I wanted to discuss something or a conversation that I've had actually with several people over the last couple of weeks, and that is the topic of likes to your actual fan page. One was actually it was a very heated debate between myself and this other individual. I discussed how I do things with my Facebook advertising and why I do the way I do. And one of the things I don't do is go out of my way to get likes as part of the campaign for my clients, unless they have none, and then we try to get at least a few hundred. To at least see the community and get some people to be aware of who they are and what they do in their niche, in their industry. But I don't promote, nor do I do that for my clients. I don't recommend it unless they have no fan base. And he thought that was backwards because he was of the belief that of something that existed a couple years ago, the Facebook ecosystem that existed a couple years ago, where people would go out of their way to advertise to get likes. And that's all they would do, because they assumed, and actually it wasn't too far of a bad assumption a couple years ago, it just isn't true today. They assumed that by having all these likes, they're in essence buying subscribers, so then when they post their content, it could be an offer, it could be a blog post, could be anything, right, a video. When they post that to their fan page, they assume that all the Facebook fan page likers are going to see it. The reality is that they're not. As I've heard a couple of numbers, but on the low end, it's as low as 2% of that audience actually sees your content today. I've heard up to 5%, but it's low. It's 5% of your audience. If you spend hundreds or thousands, or worse yet, paid for some people to like your fan page that have absolutely nothing to do with it, you're doing yourself a disservice. It worked back in the past. That was when the algorithm wasn't so much of an issue. People would just see your content, but Facebook has just gotten so big. We all have too many friends. We have too many pages we like. We have too many interests, too many groups, all these things that we like and are engaged in. And Facebook had to make a change. And on top of that, and the biggest reason for it is they had to make money. They finally decided to really monetize all that traffic. And now you can't post something unless the individual liker, that fan, has gone out of their way to subscribe to your feed. You can't post something and assume that your audience is going to see it. You're going to have to advertise. And for me, I get it. They have to be a sustainable business. They're a for-profit business. So they've built the audience. They built a platform. Now you have to advertise to get people in front of your content. Now, that's what I focus on, and that's what I recommend to people. Don't focus on getting likes. So if you look at my fan pages, I'll have a few hundred likes. I'm not concerned with having thousands and thousands of likes just for the sake of getting likes. In fact, one of the coolest things that happens in the likes that you get are those coming from your ads or your offers or your content. Or I say organically. Obviously, you're paying for the exposure to get in front of those individuals, but they like the page from those posts, from those promoted posts, from that offer, because they like what you offered at that point. And you don't have to necessarily pay for it. It is just a benefit of advertising to your target market and serving them something, a piece of content or an offer that they actually want to consume. They want to share it. They want to like it. They actually are engaged with it, comment on it if you share a good, valuable piece of content. Case study I have recently, I have an attorney that I'm working with. He has 4 videos that I'm promoting all over the place and producing results, producing clients for him. And we're doing no like campaign. No like campaign at all, as you can probably assume based on everything I just said. But he's gotten almost 200 likes over the course of the last couple months organically through the ads. People just liking it because they want to make sure to subscribe to his feed. And I don't know, I don't know for a fact, but I would hope that in the algorithm that Facebook has, in their algorithm, they're figuring out who's liking the page from a post like that, an advertisement, and they're giving us more bonus points, and hopefully we can get back in front of them. Obviously, what you can do is for the fans that have liked your page and you want to get back in front of them if you haven't posted recently or they're not engaged or you have very few people actually seeing your content, advertise to them. Spend $5-10 over the course of a couple of days, 3 days, and advertise to them if you have something of value. That's just the way it is. Up until now, or up until recently, you had more exposure. But once they made that change and decided to turn off the free traffic, basically, it just goes away. You no longer can just post stuff and think that the whole world's going to see it. If you're just looking for likes, or if you were of that mindset that that's what you need to do, it's time to debunk and remove that thought, that mind, that process, that mentality, because it's unnecessary and it's just a waste of time. Instead, advertise to the audience you have, try to re-engage them, get them like and to be engaged with the stuff that you have. Make them laugh, make them an offer, and put good content in front of them, and then reach out to additional people that you want to be in front of. All right, thank you. Have a great day, and let me know if you have any questions about Facebook advertising, YouTube advertising, Google AdWords, or anything like that. I would be happy to answer it in future videos. Bye-bye.